Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 8, I guess, of Look Ma No Hands, the hands-free game stream marathon, where I asked my friends to donate their time and fingers where I cannot, and they play games for me. Today we have Glass and Piph, who is rejoining us after Metal Wolf Chaos, playing through some Nancy Drew games, maybe more than one. We're starting with Legend of the Crystal Skull, so I guess go ahead and introduce yourselves. And you guys have some history with the Nancy Drew games, if you want to talk about that.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Piph. I did gameplay and voice for last time, and this time I'll be doing gameplay and voice.
Hi, I am Glass Rose. I have not been here. I am scared. Please help me. I played a lot of Nancy Drew games when I was a kid, so I am here to be a person you question, I guess.
You guys did a Nancy Drew marathon fairly recently, correct?
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah.
Man, my sense of time is perma-fucked.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it was like working nonstop for 7 months to go, I can't wait for life to go back to normal, only to have COVID happen? Time literally doesn't matter anymore.
So let's look at our case file.
Current assignment.
Okay.
What assignment? Bess and I are flying to New Orleans for a long weekend of fabulous music, sightseeing, and food. Okay, so I'm also going to visit Ned's friend, Henry Bolet, but only as a favor to Ned. Apparently,
Dialogue is unskippable, correct?
Correct.
I think this one's unskippable. Let me just
You don't have to listen to this one. Basically, all that you need to know is that Nancy has a boyfriend named Ned, and Ned has a friend named Henry. And Nancy is going to go see Henry because Henry's grandfather died. And Ned's upset about it. Like, he's worried about him, so we're going to go and check up on Henry before going over to see our best friend Bess.
So,
There is something profoundly unprofessional about the green stars on the junior detective badge.
well, don't worry. Those are unfilled in stars.
Oh, are these collectibles? Is this our achievement doc?
Yeah. So there's junior mode and senior mode. Easy and hard. We're gonna go with hard mode. Because fun fact about how this game works, there's exactly one thing that is different between hard and easy mode.
Oh boy.
New Orleans.
By the way, best to play the game in a dark environment.
Very funny to me, yeah. Our first puzzle. Oh.
Door?
Oh no,
Hello?
the floor is dirty.
Love the energy.
Hello?
Hello?
Good thing there's
We're
no
gonna
ghost.
find
The door was open.
It's Baron Samedi.
You can teleport.
Dust.
When do we do this?
We're dead now.
Hello, Nancy.
Here, drink this.
Drink this.
What is it?
Something to
It's the same stuff we make the junior detective stars out of.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No thank you.
Don't make her drink any of your weirdo concoctions. Then I really will have to take her to the emergency room.
You just go back to your phone call and leave us be.
So,
Pay him any mind.
this is for, like, speed strats. So, we don't drink it, so we don't drink it. That'll save a few seconds.
Going for the gold split.
Dark in here.
The electricity went out. Lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere. What happened? Can you remember?
Well, the front door was open,
The-
so I walked in.
When is this game from about? Because I would believe you if you told me 2018, and I would believe you if you told me 1998.
And he threw threw something at me that exploded.
Let me
Smoke must
see.
have made me pass out.
2007.
You saw
Okay.
a skeleton?
I'm sure it was just someone, wearing a costume or something.
You looked
I'm
at a
Nancy Drew, by the way.
skeleton?
I came to see Henry.
What a
So
weirdo.
surmised. I'm Renee Amond. I'm Bruno Bolet's housekeeper.
I hope
That
you're
is
paying
a
attention.
This skeleton
I am a little.
attacked you. Perhaps we should call the police.
No emergency room, no police. Things are complicated enough as it is.
No police.
Overwhelmed. Well, you are looking much better, so I'm gonna get back to my plant potting. You need anything? I'll be outside in the garden.
You're gonna go outside and garden right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
See how they like it. They were in my position.
So, first things first, this is a Nancy Drew game, so how you move is kind of weird. So you arrow forward, and you can spin, and then you can just kind of click around to move it. No, we go ahead and
Oh, this right here is pure misery, is what this is.
All right, there's about 16 pages of names, numbers, where they are, the plots. You're going to have to memorize all of these. I hope you are ready for every single one of these pages. This will be important later in the game.
You
So
don't have to memorize all of them, Piph.
Well,
you do if you
have
want
to.
gold split, speed run.
Mm.
So, are we? Is this like a gravekeeper's house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, here's this.
So Bruno Bolet was an old man who had very odd hobbies. And
Is this one of them?
one of them is that he was a gravekeeper. You'll see.
I mean, that's fine. J-Man's a gravekeeper. So, I can't help but notice the eyeball in the bottom right.
Oh, those will come in later.
Oh, you noticed.
Notice my eyeball, did you?
So this is the only puzzle that is different from the modes.
Oh.
I think I screwed that one up. Yeah, I screwed that one up.
So,
No one saw it.
you guys have, it's probably pretty clear, but you guys have played this game before, and you are trying to power through it.
Yes.
We have played we have played this before. It was October, but we'll be fine.
It's been a bit. We're just gonna have to be okay with us sucking a lot. Okay, you're just gonna have to be okay with it.
I don't know if I'm okay with it.
Shit.
Glass, distract them.
Hey guys.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
So, what's your favorite glass eye?
This is a pretty tricky puzzle, honestly. I think you gotta. Oh, that'll work too. You got it. I don't know why I'm giving you the advice. You're the Nancy Drew master over here.
No, I want to hear it.
No, I don't have any advice.
Oh.
I just wanted you guys to think I was cool.
Oh.
just wanted you to think that I was a good detective. I can't do a Lonnie Manella impression.
It's pretty
It's
rough.
okay, Alani Manella can also not do a Lonnie Manella impression anymore. I'm sorry, Lonnie
Savage.
Manella.
Savage takedown of Lonnie Manella.
I'm sorry.
Now you can grab eyeball.
All right, so we've been in this woman's house for 10 minutes and have extracted her eyeball. Wait, where was that? What piece of furniture were you interacting with?
It was this
Oh,
table,
the
of
coffee
course.
table. Yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
Let's see. All right. Now I need to look at this piece of paper. That's nice.
Okay. It's a raven.
Now I gotta look at this fireplace and then note about its secret passage a few times. Then, after we have done these things, we take our phone, we call Bess.
Best I found a fucking eyeball.
Best help.
Bess?
Hello? Bess, hi, it's me.
Bess.
Hey, Nance. I just got back from shopping, which I am happy to report is fantastic here.
There's red fire next to me, next to this fireplace.
Than a whole bunch of fun stuff.
Let me start by telling you what happened when I arrived at Henry's house. I walked up to the front door and discovered it was open. So I walked...
It fades out and the game ends.
You were knocked out by a skeleton wearing a red ascot?
Someone dressed as a skeleton.
You know,
wearing
if
a
I had to
red ascot.
describe the figure that attacked Nancy, I would never have described it as a skeleton with #1 notable characteristic, a red ascot.
I might be able to figure out who skeleton
Perhaps
really is.
Nancy is just
I know
like
that
Fred from Scooby-Doo. She's just a ascot fiend.
Spoilers.
What's it a
Is that an
receipt
ice cream
for?
truck?
That's what I need
No.
to find out. See, it's half
It's a
burned up.
gumbo
All I
truck.
need is the receipt.
Can't you
okay.
tell by that shrimp?
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Why? What do you mean?
Shrimp?
I mean, I'm sitting here on our balcony in the French Quarter looking down at a place across the street called Zeke's.
That's great. So go over there and ask whoever's behind the counter what receipt number 21-38.
Hello, friend. Can you snoop
That-
for me?
That is so like, what restaurant would allow you to do that?
No way.
Beth,
I'm not good at that sneaking around stuff, Nancy. I get nervous, my tongue gets all knotted up, my palms sweat, to say nothing of my armpits.
Beth, receipt number 21-3872.
I like Bess.
Go in and ask what it's for.
Bess does
No
not
big
want...
deal.
She's here for vacation, not for
You
Snoop.
can do it.
This is not gonna end well, I just know it. Okay, I'll call you as soon as it's over.
I'll be waiting.
Alright,
Call is disconnected.
we're gonna get some gumbo.
A bowl of gumbo.
I'm just a normal man. Put some
Oh,
hot
that
sauce
looks miserable.
You don't like this plastic bowl and plastic food?
Yummy.
I think I just ate a flower pot full of dirt.
Enjoy.
Oh, are we gonna eat all of the gumbo first? Is this part of the puzzle?
No.
Hot, but yummy.
Enjoy.
No, Bess is just very hungry.
We're having gumbo, and we're gonna like it.
I've always wanted to try crawfish. I've never had it.
Ooh, that was hot.
Oh. Please tell me we have to eat something spicy and walk over and use our fire breath to solve the puzzle.
Sadly, no. So
See,
this
like,
is,
on one... What?
there's an oddity shop, and don't worry, this thing, if we go over to the zombie and just try to find its tit, there it is.
What? How the fuck are you supposed to find that?
Don't worry, you just have to rhyme the words, and then you'll find out a number combination that'll come up later. Anyway.
So, when you played this game, how much % of it did you need a guide for?
I
a
tried
lot.
for 0. Oh no, for this one, we'll go to the one that I had to look up shit for.
See something you like?
I like everything.
That's what I want to hear. I'm Lamont. This is my place. So if you got any questions, I'm the guy to ask.
Actually, I
Good to
do
see they
have
just
questions.
didn't even try to get anyone who
This
could
friend of
do,
mine
like,
found
a
the number of
Louisiana
people that came to this
accent.
shop, and she asked me to ask you what the receipt is for. But if you're really busy, or you'd rather not, or it's against the rules,
No problem. What's the number?
I don't give a shit, whatever.
21-3872.
21-3872. Here we go. That ticket was for a large box of assorted unknown items I bought from Henry Bolay. And, that's all I can tell you.
Anyway,
Back in play.
Hello.
Assorted unknown items?
It's a box with a bunch of different things in it, kind of like a grab bag. Look, I just don't want to make trouble for anyone, okay?
Can you tell me what was in the box?
It's still in the
Unknown
back. I
items.
haven't had a chance to really go through it yet. Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Beads, hula dolls, old books. Got great deals on all of them.
I'm gonna keep browsing if that's okay.
You got a question, just holler.
Oh.
So,
anyway,
holler.
back to these receipts. Don't pay any attention to that alien tube.
So, we need to get in the back room.
I don't... What's the aesthetic of this shop? Just whatever was available on the stock model website. Sneezing powder!
This might come in handy.
I'll steal it!
She does. Anyway. Now that we're here, we'll take the bag and put our sneezing powder here, and then...
Oh no.
Give me a second. I just need to put that there. Put the bowling ball. Put the head. Get the maybe the fan. Put that there. Get the books, and then put the
video games.
And then we'll put that there, and then you have to make sure get the hula dancer. The hula dancer is very important. Put that there. And wait, no, put the bowling ball. Put the big
We're experts, guys.
And then we activate this wood.
Yeah, that really looks like a thing will happen. What? This is the only way we could have done this.
Don't worry. This is only to make ourselves sneeze.
What? Now I'm sneezing. What the hell are you doing?
What do you need?
I can't quite reach that bottle up there. Could you get it for me?
Sure.
See, you gotta get it.
Watch it again.
But this time with his reaction. So this is a bit of trial and error to figure out exactly what you need to do. There's a little bit of logic, but...
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'll go get you something.
See, the music makes the hula dancer dance.
Get me the nose spray! For noses!
You know.
Don't worry, Jello. We'll not get the nose spray because that doesn't exist back here. We'll see this dog photo, very important.
I feel like that's the least notable
this
item
iguana?
in this box, but okay.
Look at this thing. It's very important that you read through all of this stuff.
Okay, good, I got it.
Okay.
And make sure to read through all of it.
Yeah,
So,
you got
normally
this.
you would think that's a pretty suspicious, exactly the skeleton costume, but it doesn't have a red ascot, it's blue, so it's worthless.
So, Hamlet, make sure you 1-3-32, Hamlet 8-3-6.
Some of these don't exist.
And if you somehow, with your freaking giant brain, figured this one out, of course, it is L-E-B-E-N U-N-D-T-O.
What?
There you go.
What led to that?
So you had to use that particular thing to then look back at a particular note to then actually coordinate all of the letters together. That would get a German phrase. Lieden und Toden? Lieden und Toden?
Well, I'll give it that. I wouldn't have guessed that password.
Which means life and death, which has no particular exact meaning to it. It just kind of exists. Alright.
So, what was that word? Maybe I can use that.
weird.
Liegend Toad.
Call Nancy and read this to her.
Ah, the Whisperer is now yours. Respect its power.
Yes, that is weird.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box
I will say,
spreader
life and death is a common phrase in the game Go.
indentation in it that's the exact size of a human skull. It's like it used to contain a skull, but now it doesn't.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, inside the box that this box is in, there's a couple of photographs. One's of a boy and a dog, and the other is of an iguana dressed up like a pirate.
What?
And
What?
there's a costume in the box of a skeleton man.
Really?
And did I mention that Lamont was very reluctant to talk about buying this box of stuff from Henry? Said he didn't want to get anyone in trouble, whatever that means.
Sounds like he or Henry or possibly both.
Someone in
up to
chat,
something
are they trying to
fishy.
convince you this game is good or
Good
bad?
job, Beth.
No.
I'll go and see if I can find out anything about a skull.
There are rules to this? You didn't tell me this,
No,
Joe.
there's no there's no theme this week. People are just
Amazing.
showing me
He might be nosebleed around
games.
because something's wrong with his sinuses.
There was another game that we're gonna play, but we decided on Nancy Drew. Anyway, now I just gotta go over here and I think one of these books maybe that's later on. I need to look at a book. Sorry,
That's a little later.
can't look at a book right now. Maybe I can go up to this tree and then
Okay.
Oh, now, yeah, you get him, Piph, get him.
What the
That
fuck?
should keep you guys quiet for a while.
get this fruit.
Bees.
Do bees fly in the rain?
No,
Uh,
we're just gonna look at this
technically-
thing.
Oh, look. Can people see it?
There's a beetle with a key. Oh, it's a spider.
Let me.
Just pick it up. Good.
No, we're gonna save
Spider.
here.
Let
This is
Oh.
very important to save here.
me get that. Let me try it. Give me that
Huh?
key. Give me
Huh?
the key.
Ow!
Ah!
If that spider is poisonous, I could be in trouble. Because I'm starting to feel kind of...
Well, we died. Dark Souls, you died.
The key here is not to get bit by a spider.
Oh! Can you just like... What? No.
Anyway, that's not for us today. Ignore the
Not
gargoyles.
yet.
Anyway,
Can
time.
can you just like drop a shoe down there or something?
No, we need to go into the maze. You
Why
need-
is there a maze? Where are we?
We're in the cemetery of the
Welcome to the
dentist.
cemetery.
We gotta look over
Say
here.
that again, but
No.
make more sense.
Never. Now that we've looked at this,
To figure out if there's anything camouflaged in that design, I'm gonna need some paper.
I don't wanna.
What? Why
I'm
would
not-
you assume that? Okay.
Anyway, now that we've done that, we can now leave the maze. Yeah. Let me just. Oh, I went around the long way. Let me. Okay, there we go.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, right. Okay. Excuse me. I need to.
Need to go talk with lady.
Welcome to my little lantern-lit corner of the world.
Looks like you like to grow things.
I do indeed. Herbs mostly. And because I'm in constant need of them, I grow them in pots.
So you're still doing the cooking even though Bruno Bollet is gone?
I don't use these herbs for cooking, darling.
I use
Henry,
them for
have a nice
murder.
chat.
Did I detect a little
Darling.
animosity between you two back there?
Do you like my
A
sack
very
necklace?
Very negative young man. Very cunning, too. In fact, I'm fairly certain that he's been selling off Dr. Bolet's belongings on the sly.
Not
What
Dr.
kind of
Bolet.
belongings?
Just little things, odds and ends, really. But the lawyers made it very
Oh,
clear
you joke
that
person
no
in chat,
assets were to
but
be liquidated
voodoo magic is very important in this.
until are settled. According to Dr. Bolet's
Is this the
will,
prequel to
Henry is to get
RE7?
30% of the estate. Dr. Bolet's physician, Gilbert Buford, gets 30%. Our Lady of Route 57 School of Dentistry and Cosmetology gets 30%. And I am to receive 10%.
If you don't like Henry that much, how come you're still here?
I'm here because Dr. Bolet paid me in advance, and I always fulfill my obligations.
Do you by any chance have some plain paper that I could use?
I most certainly do. But
I
it's
was
up to my
thinking
room,
I might.
and I'm
I was
afraid
thinking I
cannot
might go
treat
over to the
people
rock
until I'm
and use this wet paper to make an
Say, draw a
etching.
picture?
That
Something
won't
like
work.
I know, I'll help you. That way you'll get done faster.
Gracious, you are the picture of impatience, aren't you? Well, I appreciate the offer. But here, why don't you just take this instead? It's an extra key to my room. The paper's in a drawer in my
Get the hell out of here.
Just go on up and help yourself. But make sure you lock the door.
Feels like a
when you
waste of a
leave
table.
here. You I trust. But Henry, him I do not.
I really appreciate this.
Why do you trust
As long as
me?
you're going up there, my appetite could use a little placating. So I would be much obliged if you would bring me a candy
Man,
bar
I'd love a
from my
candy bar right
nightstand.
now.
And take one for yourself while you're at it. One more thing. I too have seen the skeleton man. After
Oh.
Dr. Boley passed that night, I saw him in the hallway. He was there, then he was gone. So you best be careful, Nancy Drew. Because
hallway?
if it was Mr.
In this
Day,
house?
and I truly think it was, he's come back.
All right, I have nothing to say to that. Goodbye.
All right, we're leaving her. Now we
gonna
gotta go to her room.
I'm going to steal a candy bar.
Oh no.
Nope, nope. No, this is important. You need to go to your inventory, grab the key to unlock the door.
Gotta get them candy.
One for Renee.
And then we can just you just leave.
You're not gonna take a candy bar for yourself?
Fine, we'll take a candy bar.
Just
No,
one.
that's a
Just
lot
one.
of candy
One
bars.
for me.
That looks bad.
It's a candy bar.
It was poisoned.
So you
The
can keep
spider was in the candy bar.
we can keep
And-
eating those. Let's look at this wall for a second.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we're gonna ignore that.
All right. This is a creepy room. Like, even that wall aside.
So here's a puzzle. I hope you can figure this out. Let's see.
Each of those circles is one of the 57 eyeballs hidden across this mansion. You need to. Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
No.
Come on, Piph. You don't have this memorized? What the fuck? Maybe you do have this memorized somehow.
Of course I don't have this memorized. That would be silly.
I'm just lucky.
I'm just very talented when it comes to... Oh, shit.
What were you saying, Piph?
I'm just, very... toilented?
He is very potty trained.
I'm proud of you. Okay, and then got this one, which is about you.
Okay, so that was a lot of trial and error for a lot of the other stuff. Let's go look at these symbols. That's pretty cool.
Ah,
Ba
for
da
hoodoo.
ka. Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's go look back at this thing.
What? What? Why?
Of course. We have to. It's very important to. Nancy Drew is.
Yeah.
No. Give me a second.
I wonder where that nice young lady is with my candy bar. I hope she isn't opened up my chest of ancient secrets.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
Luckily, no one would be able to decipher the nonsensical puzzle code. Like, that's the weirdest thing, is you could just mash attack this until you got it open. So it's not even a good lock. It's just a stupid puzzle.
Yes. Anyway.
Why not try locking your valuables with a weird German word?
That's a good point, Jello.
So what are you doing, Piph?
I'm trying to open this and...
It's already open.
No! It's not already open. Don't lie to me, Jello. Jello. I didn't mean to.
Hockey sticks. Pretzel. Nope, wasn't pretzel sticks.
Oh. Anyway. Give me a second, I just need to...
I need some divine inspiration from Nancy Drew.
We can look at this if we.
Ah!
Ah!
Hey, Miss, you have some blood on your walls.
Anyway.
Moving on. Let's get Renee her candy bar.
This is a phenomenally creepy house, though. That's not blood, it's chocolate.
Oh, that's okay. I remember what to do next. No, get out of here.
Nope, not that one yet.
I moved too far forward and hit clock.
You gonna hang out with those fireflies?
You can look at the fireflies. You can't do anything with fireflies, but you can look at them.
I don't understand why this man has an above-ground graveyard behind his house. Anyway.
You need to give the candy bar.
Never.
Come on, Piph. Haven't you memorized this very straightforward game?
I will never give her the chocolate. She doesn't need it. Anyway, we're at the graveyard. We just need to look at the overhead map and then.
What? No, what? What the fuck is this? Raven, bone, ratfin. Oh. Did we do it?
No.
Rat.
Piph.
What?
I think you might need to.
No, please.
Give her the candy bar.
I don't want to.
You need the paper so you can get the etching so you can do this stupid puzzle.
I don't want to.
Nancy is very particular about the way things are supposed to be.
Kringle bar like I asked?
Yeah, hey, not to be rude, but what the fuck's up with your room?
Hungry, I could devour these plants I'm potting up, dirt and all.
My friend Bess loves eating dirt from Gumbo Shacks.
Some weird symbols on your
symbols on the wall in your room. Do you know who painted them?
I did. Fact of the matter is, there's a spirit living in that wall.
A spirit?
Got a voice that it sends shivers down the spine of Dracula himself. Used to hear it sometimes, in the dead of night, half talking, half whispering, saying this one word I never heard before, like it was from a language no one on
You are crazy.
I knew. The spirit was trying to cast a spell on me, so I got
That's nice. Can I have a piece of paper?
By painting the word I heard on the wall, syllable by syllable, in hoodoo signs, I could counteract the word's power.
Here's hoodoo.
You know what? The spirit has not spoken that word or any other since.
What was the word?
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud. Nor will I write it down. No, sir. Not ever, ever, ever.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Take care, hon.
Okay. Goodbye.
Does he get the paper from?
No,
maybe.
I think you need to specifically ask her.
No.
No.
Didn't she might have said that the paper? I think the paper's in her room.
The paper was in her room. Piph, we forgot the paper.
Oh God.
How could you forget the paper? It was the most interesting out of norm thing in her room.
Piph, we forgot to actually grab the paper. It's on her nightstand.
Shit, it's still locked.
Slams the pear against the doorknob. Why isn't this working?
It's on her nightstand. It's on the top top shelf, top drawer.
Paper.
Luckily, I got one piece of paper next to my bed at all times.
We'll ignore this place.
Nope, we don't need that. That's fine.
Get the fuck out of here. Ignore that room.
I don't know about this game.
Nope. We're going in circles, so we don't need to go in there.
I want to go down the stairs. God, it's so hard to move in this game.
Jesus Christ.
Going a long way. No, went in circle. There we go. Is this too confusing for you, John?
Jesus. Yes.
Paper.
To be fair, we are skipping some things.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't think it would make it better if you didn't.
We got one. We can school.
Can you imagine if you had to fucking go back and get another paper every single time?
Wouldn't that be terrible?
I don't like the way you inflected that.
Whatever you mean.
It really bothers me that you're doing this in the rain.
It's just raining in the foreground. It's fine.
Oh. Little known fact, Nancy Drew is actually just an extremely sweaty person, and that's just all of the sweat dripping from her bangs, and this is a first-person game. There's no rain. But it's her allergies. It only happens outside.
And Bess.
Wait.
Well, Bess isn't allergic. She's just sweaty from all the spicy dirt she's been eating out of gumbo pots.
This is true.
All right, here we
Now,
go. Nope.
Now we can go back to the model.
And now
if I put in the exact same thing again, yay!
Oh!
Now we got a key.
To
the exact same place that we were at. Here we go again.
Dum bum 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 bum. Why is the house sideways when you're walking through the main hallway?
Ambience.
Sideways ambience.
Oh, we're going to get our first look at Henry, I believe.
Yeah, we sure ignored Henry.
There he is.
There he is. There he goes.
Well, there's no reason to interact with that. Hey, can you fake cry?
This man's life is being drained into the umbrella.
I hate this painting. Everything about that is unpleasant.
Now that we got that thing, we go back to the room that we were just at, and then we look at this wall, and then we use the...
Hey, no, hang on. What the fuck is going on top left there? Like, some of these are acceptable portraits, but I can even look past Monkey Lady. But... Alright, move on.
No, we're not allowed yet, Piph.
What do you mean we're not allowed yet?
We're not allowed yet.
What are we missing?
I think we have to know something else. We need a flag somewhere. You're going too fast.
Fuck. We need to look at a thing that gives us the clue to that? But where would that be?
Quote chat. Jesus Christ, I hate this.
Oh, go see if... Oh, the iguana's there now.
It's been there for a while.
Maybe we need to...
Don't you wanna iguana?
There we go.
What was that?
That was
an iguana.
Pet iguana, Iggy.
Hi.
You're stealing paper. Must be.
Oh, he's in this room. You just can't see him yet. I have
No,
never
we've just been
turned to
ignoring him the whole time.
He's not important.
I just want to look through this one book.
Go right ahead. After you put all those other books back.
I'm forcing you to clean up after.
Yeah, this
dead
was not
man
her
iguana.
fault. You're the host here, man. Oh.
Yes, so
Da-da-da-da-da.
the iguana is the reason why the lady had the paper in like a drawer because Iggy loves to steal paper.
That's stupid. Okay.
That comes up later.
All right. It's still stupid.
But it comes up later, Jello.
Chair. It's a good chair.
Jello.
Jello.
Yes. Okay. Wow, what a convoluted way to put books.
Look, a number. Oh, wait.
Whoa, we skipped it. Whoa, we skipped it. Whoa.
Oh, wait.
Anyway.
That one was all about crystal skulls throughout the ages.
I gotta read through all of this. There we go. Very fast reader. Anyway. If anyone knows Piph, he's a fast reader. Okay. Now I think we go back to the...
Past.
Dude. This thing... Yeah, now we can move them.
Yeah, now we can move them now that we've seen Iggy.
What? Okay.
This is
So
important.
It's exceptionally rude to walk into someone's house and begin rearranging their family photos.
I don't know, man. I think this is fine.
Old Uncle Pie Timer. He always insisted on getting his portrait painted while holding a banana.
Well, don't worry. All of these things like a toothbrush, banana, lollipop, hat, axe, all those things are a puzzle for something that we didn't look at because it's fine. We don't need to. We just need to zoom in.
Zoom.
What?
We just looked at book.
What the fuck?
Okay, we looked
Yep.
at book.
Alright.
What the hell was that?
Come on, Summer, give me a break here.
And there's
You never
stairs
said
here?
Anything about that? Well, how was I supposed to know? I mean, what am I, telepathic? No, come on. That's what it says. Look, I'll see what I can do, okay? What do you mean, something else? You've gotta be kidding me, Summer. I don't have that kind of money. No, I meant I don't have it now, but I will soon, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Man.
Swiper, no swiping.
So, there's this.
Okay.
I hope you understand that that was a puzzle that needed to be solved. Anyway.
Let's go back.
Oh, okay.
Let's go see a spider.
Remember that spider that killed us?
So if I had a mansion, and I wanted to hide an object in it, I would simply put it in a place behind it. Oh my god. Well, I would simply hollow out a Pringles can in the ground, put what I have to assume is a brown recluse spider in it, and then rig up music strings.
Let's see, where are the last two?
Just reach in and grab it, it's fine.
Piph, I think we screwed it
I
up.
think it left.
Nope, nope, it's still there.
No, it's still there. Okay.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. A key and a spider.
I did mess up the last two. Oh.
Alright, now we're allowed to take the key.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we could have just found some tongs or something, but...
Nope.
No!
Spider.
Alright.
Alright, so now very important that we remember to look at the book that we zoomed into. It's got an eyeball
The Eye
in
of
it.
the Beholder.
We
Yeah,
got-
it's got an eyeball.
That's a waste of a book, but alright.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to also get the eyeball from the trophy.
Why would you have...
Yeah, we'll get
Why
that.
would you have a secret spy hole that zooms in on a book where you've hidden a secret? Wouldn't you just remember the book? And if a book had a secret, why would you leave it on your fucking shelf?
Eyeball.
Hey, Bruno, what's your deal, man?
Bruno had a lot of glass eyes.
Why?
Because he liked to change them. That's literally it. He just has a fondness for switching out his eyeball.
Why did they... Whatever.
Mm.
You actually have to pick up the spider and put it in the keyhole.
Ready for skee-ball?
What?
What?
Skiba!
Are those teeth?
Maybe. Bruno, in his life, was a dentist.
Oh, I could tell. What the fuck?
We're gonna be here a while, folks.
I hope I...
We're gonna
Hey,
be here.
chat. If you were a dentist, what would you put in your crazy mansion?
Is it skee-ball?
Would you put in eyeballs?
I know that it's just to, like, have... I know that this here is set up horizontally so it fits on a computer screen, but it does drive me a little nuts seeing a skee-ball game played horizontally.
Oh, you got it. We're almost there. Be careful, Piph.
I'm sorry, I can't.
If you mess this up...
The teeth will come alive, and they'll get you. I feel like I should start boiling some pasta water.
Pasta water, that's what killed Bruno Bullet.
Damn it.
General Ninja says, Piph, you sound like your family is being held hostage and you need to complete this game in a time limit in order to see them again.
No.
250 viewers. Welcome. That's almost a cap for this marathon. I think I never understand what will attract people to these streams. Because we were around 200 and a little less for most of them, except for Pokemon Uranium. So what's the goal here, Piph? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get all these to eyeball. It's a little hard. Don't worry, I'm not going for the super secret, or else that would take for even longer seas. If I do full power.
Now you listen to me, Charles Entertainment Cheese. I need your finest skee-ball machine. And I need it so there's no holes.
No.
It's just a bunch of teeth. And you throw the balls through them, and they turn into eyeballs.
Why would you want that?
Why is there chickens in there? Oh, you'll see. Will I? No.
To eat a chicken, you look at it with your eye, then you bite it with your teeth. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start boiling some water.
What?
Real quick. I've had like no food today.
My family.
Piph, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Relax, enjoy the eyes.
Yeah, we want the eyeball thing. That gives us an eyeball. It's got itchy eyes. Let's see, we just take a gander at this thing.
This must be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found. Let's
Clearly.
see how we're doing.
Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway.
No,
please.
no.
I don't want to do the secret. Do we do him?
There's just, hi.
Yeah, we go to the... We gotta wait for Jello before we do this. We'll just sit here for a second.
Oh, we can look at the other thing, though.
Oh,
you might need to look at the teeth picture.
Oh, there's the teeth picture? This is for baby teeth and adult teeth. This will be important.
Trust us. It's important.
This because he's a dentist. So far, he's a dentist that owns a graveyard and also likes to keep exotic pets like iguanas and that spider that he had toned strings next to.
So Bruno Bollet had a lot of
I'm
exotic
back.
animals that he kept.
Oh, you're
so
back here.
So that's
this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we go down
You
to
know-
his voodoo machine.
Birdo Luna Pa Badika Musa. Talk. Is it saying something? I can't hear it.
Not yet. Whoop.
Oh, you'll hear.
Oh, you'll hear.
In the middle of the night, you shall know its melodic sounds.
I understand why they want you to.
Hey, great, we cursed Jello. Hope you enjoy this.
Oh.
You remember... Of course, it is... The answer is, of course, Tommy... Salesman. Of course.
That looks
Tammy
right.
Tasselman.
It's Tammy Tasselman.
What?
Easy.
What?
You just
gotta
gotta
go-
read this, figure out what names of correlation is Tommy Tasselman, of course. And we get this thing, which is important for later that we took out of what?
Wait, no. Man, when that thing started talking, oh. So this guy was. That's very silly. It's a glass eye. You can't do this to it.
It's fine.
No, you missed it.
Somehow this is the hardest eye for Piph to acquire.
This will be the rest of the stream.
Gotcha.
You just gotta grab what's not in this glass case for some reason.
I'm desperately hoping that one of these glass eyes is just going to have, like, the Uchiha Eye manga Kyosharen on it.
Welcome to the book that has all of the answers.
And no, you can't take it with you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, here's the will you gotta read through all of this. Luckily, I'm a really fast reader and understander of puzzles. History of T-Bucker's teeth. Primary teeth history.
Teeth history.
Fill
I always
upper
write my
right
teeth history.
Yeah,
Okay.
You just gotta make sure there's dates and molars and things like that. So also make sure that you read all of this backwards because that's how you solve the puzzle.
What?
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 Was that a moth head?
No.
No, idiot! Moves along.
So this one, you might actually... What?
Wait, hang on. Can
What?
I only... My eye caught one part of this, and I actually do kind of want to read this page, because the last of these four little quadrants is, their villainous vessel was bogged down by booty. They would drop off the treasure, and away they'd be scooted.
So, if you want to read through all of this, it takes a bit.
No, it can't be better than what I just read.
So a lot of this is spelled really weirdly. Like, there's sometimes, like, down and west and left and all that other stuff. That's for a puzzle. Now, fun fact, if you actually read through all of this and go like, alright, so there's west and left, there's 5 answers, 5, like, positions you need to get from this one page. And you probably already noticed there's, like, 2 of them, but there's, like, no other ones.
Okay.
So that's because it does a really crafty-ass thing where you have to find words within words and also between words.
Hey, can you give an example? Like, Famished is shed, maybe?
So we're looking for directions, like left, right, or west, east, up, down, things like that. And you need to look for all of that in this one page.
Okay. Oh, Sea Stricken has east.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Are you supposed to win this game?
Yeah. You gotta make sure you read through all of this. Put that book down. And then there should be like a... Oh, no, that's not it. This it? Yeah, it is.
That's important for something else. This is fine. Yeah, we gotta.
Gotta flip through a few pages until we hit Nancy talking about something.
That's today.
That's today.
That's today.
Anyway,
May 31st. That's Halloween.
Oh, we also need the other thing that's on there too. There's like a phone number.
I don't think we need anything else. Oh wait, there's this thing. Yeah, okay.
That thing.
We do need to look at that thing. Very important. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely right. We did need to look at that. Now, of course, we just go over to this gumball machine, get the eye
coin
that we got from the eyeball to get an eyeball.
That is the first puzzle I actually think I would have figured out that we have seen so far.
Middle C, middle C, middle C, D, E, E.
What?
E, D, middle C, D, E, middle C. Spider!
Oh, okay.
That's a puzzle. Remember this.
What? Another one? Another spider music puzzle? Are you serious?
You got it.
I am deathly serious, Jello. How could you?
Alright, so now we just gotta, of course, pull this down, because that will let us leave the room. And this drawer has another eyeball in it. It's almost like these are arbitrarily easy or hard, because whatever, man, he's in a drawer. It's kind of put that in there.
You know how in a fighting game you can be stun locked against a wall and not get out of a combo? Watching you guys play through this game and explain the puzzles feels like that.
Since we looked through the book, now we can clock.
Now we can tell time.
What?
Of course.
Hold on, we gotta tell time the right way.
Yeah, let me gotta click that thing and then of course move over to here. Click that thing, move over to here. Click that thing.
What?
Spin it all over to get very important. You just
Yeah, that's the noise that should make.
Well, of course, because we got an egg, Jello.
And because we got an Easter egg.
Look, it's an egg.
It's an egg.
This will be important for never.
Oh.
Remember that cryptic thing that we found in the mummy's tit?
Yes, actually.
That was the egg!
What do you mean that was the egg?
That was... If you rhymed it enough with numbers, you could figure out that this clock has egg.
Okay, so here's the thing. In some later Nancy Drew games, they have a thing where you can usually find somewhere around 3 to 5 Easter eggs in the game. They don't really do anything other than exist most of the time, and it's just like a thing to kind of like stumble upon and like try to find. I think
you can't put that in a game like this because everything is already so obtuse. I would just be slamming the egg on everything, going, where does the egg go?
That'll be important in other games anyway.
We got another time.
I'm gonna go check on my water to make sure it's not boiling over. I assume when we get back, we'll be fighting like a centaur and juggling a bunch of eyeballs or something.
Something like that. We'll just get through all of the clock ones, because this is multiple puzzles.
Many.
Alright, Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I miss you.
Oh no.
Piph.
Sorry. No. I didn't mean to. I try it again.
Your family.
No, please.
They miss you. They need you.
Piph run. It is I, Piph run. Oh, Jill's gonna miss a good one too.
Oh, well. This is fine.
He's gonna miss the puzzle of teeth. Remember the teeth puzzle, everyone? It was in the book that we looked at. Remember the book?
remember Teeth, the book, and Teeth, the poster? You need to do that in reverse.
So now that we've pulled those things and then actually reversed the order of what they were actually in because it was actually mirrored because it was actually a different person's point of view that you then needed to then reverse back into what it originally was. I hate this particular puzzle because of that very specific reason, because there was no reason for it to do that. Anyway.
Yeah, so you need to look at the...
Didn't mean to.
You need to look at the book and pull the teeth in according to when they appear, like, in the book. But you also need to look at the poster to figure out which teeth is what in, like, what order. And it's mirrored because it's a different perspective.
Oh no. I might have written down the guide. Let me just...
Piph, no.
I didn't mean to! But it should be...
Mr. Babbly's ink in the teeth.
No. Okay, there we go. Got it. Oh, jeez. I was concerned.
I was too. What was this game like to play blind back when? Oh, this is 2007, so there was like a few guides around.
Librarian's Tale. Something Bruno Bollet wrote in that Tired Eyes book mentioned the librarian's eye.
Oh my goodness. Jeezy crazy.
Okay,
Then
I'm back.
You missed teeth!
Librarian's Tale.
Oh, I've seen some teeth.
There's another eye.
Wow, a puzzle with 4 numbers? Shouldn't they be in, like, in a code or a song or something?
No, we had to, of course, look through this librarian's code thingy and then actually decipher the numbers that we need to do from this. Dummy.
Do you ever get to, like, take any of these books with you to compare them to each other, or are you just expected to write down every random piece of information you find?
Oh, well, you do have sort of a thing in this game called a journal, which Nancy writes down a lot of random things. Oh, sorry.
You look like Moira.
The truth is, I'm never quite sure what to say to someone who's just lost a loved one.
I wouldn't exactly call Great Uncle Bruno a loved one. My parents died in a car crash when I was 8. Since I had no other relatives, he took me.
Skip past this dialogue.
Boarding school.
I can't.
Military school, college. He may have looked after me, but he never spent any time with me. I didn't know him at all.
Yet you came all the way down here for the funeral?
Not really. Great Uncle Bruno named me executor of his estate, which means I have to make sure all his bills are paid.
I am the executor.
Assets can be distributed. Unfortunately,
My dad was my grandma's executor. It's like a huge pain in the
like
ass.
filing records or balancing checkbooks. Dealing with his creditors and their lawyers has been an
Oh my
absolute
god, I can't imagine being this guy's executor. Imagine trying to find his financial records when this is the way he stores information in his house.
I sure can, but I'm not going to. Not until I know who that skeleton man was and what he was doing here and why he knocked me out like
So
that.
I'm sorry, maybe I glossed over it. Why are we here?
Okay, so
Since playing detective is kind of a hobby
again,
with me.
Ned, Nancy's boyfriend, knew Henry in high school.
Okay.
And Henry,
Okay. Look around all
I
you
guess
want.
they kind of knew each other, and then Ned heard, his only family member died. Nancy, while you're up there, can you go check on him?
That's weird. Is that
Yeah,
weird?
that's a little weird.
Be careful.
Like, they're adults, right? I would never be like, yo, my high school buddy's uncle
Oh.
died.
I mean, the guy was
Now
95
Nancy's a
years old.
teenager.
Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9976.
Autopsy performed?
Is that
No.
Bruno's doctor?
I'm his
No.
best friend. Or
No.
What's
so
a-
I'm told. I've never
It's
met
a
him.
heart attack. They
Interesting
wouldn't have done that.
keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's.
How do you
glass
know it's a
eyes.
heart
That's what
attack
he
if you
was
didn't
wearing.
perform an autopsy?
How nice.
Anything
I
else?
just assumed. Anyway.
Anyway.
Do you think I could borrow your keychain? The one that has Bruno's glass eye on it?
You want to borrow it? What for?
Actually, all I really want is the eye. I mean, it's just so cool.
Hi, we're not friends.
If it's on a chain, it can't be that fragile.
I don't think I want to take that chance. Sorry.
Dang it.
The
Let's
box of
blackmail
great
him.
Things that you sold to Zeke's curio shop. That was a no, wasn't it?
That was a no-no!
Lots of things. I don't know what you're talking about.
A legal no-no!
Mm-hmm.
What? That was a
Guy who owns the
no-no.
shop said you
Jesus
sold him a box of
Christ.
assorted items.
What is
I
she,
am
my
assuming they
aunt?
used to be Bruno's.
Well,
Maybe.
somebody screwed up somewhere because I haven't sold anything
Is
to
her name
anybody.
Nancy?
Why would I sell one lousy box of stuff when I'm about to inherit a whole house full of stuff? Get real.
You sold it
Get
because you
real,
needed some
Nancy.
quick cash in order to keep Summer happy.
Nancy, I really feel like you are like way out of your
It was actually
depth,
a lot
respectfully
more than a hobby with
here.
me. I could make a lot of trouble for you, Henry. but
Why? You have no investment in this
Tell me about something.
situation.
She's this.
She just really likes crime
I
solving.
think she loves me back, but she's so unpredictable it drives me nuts.
How is she unpredictable?
I never know what's gonna make her happy. Like, just before I left, I took practically every bit of cash I had and bought her a bunch of CDs. You know, to keep her occupied while I was gone, right? Well, soon as I get here, she calls and says her sound system just went bluey, and I had to buy her a new one, because what good were the CDs I bought her if she couldn't play them? So then
you threw a bunch of Bruno's things into a box and sold it to that curio shop.
yeah, I wired her the money, but then she called and said she also needed new headphones. Next call, it was new speakers.
Oh,
and now
buddy,
she
you're getting
expects me
played.
to buy her a flat
He sure
screen
is.
TV. When I try
Poor
to talk
Moira.
to her about always wanting more like that, she gets really mad. But I'm afraid if I don't give her what she wants, she'll...
Buddy, break up with this
I'm
bitch.
afraid she'll dump me. I couldn't
The
take
game
it.
crashed for a second.
She's the only
I said a
girlfriend
no-no word.
Oh.
will have, probably. Look, you don't need to go telling Renee or any of those lawyers about selling that stuff, right?
I can't just
All right,
ignore
I'm
what
gonna-
you did, Henry.
I know. You
Wait.
still want the glass eye? Take it. Go ahead.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
all yours.
Nancy.
You want
She's playing
Blackmail.
hardball.
Why though?
She wants the
She
glass
needs it, I
eye.
wanna
Sold
know.
off half the estate or
I'm gonna get my pasta.
$300.
Alright.
That's all I've gotten
And
out of his
contemplate
estate.
Nancy
I
Drew's
swear.
sins.
Go on, take it.
Alright.
I was naughty, but from now on I'll be nice, I promise.
You missed a good
Ooh,
line.
he was naughty.
I'll let you get back
I
to
was
work.
naughty.
Groovy.
Groovy. Want to point out like how over the top edgy Henry is. It is hilarious and I love it.
Well, of course, now we just need to get the skeleton shovel.
The shovel.
The shovel with the weird handle. Do you think I could borrow it?
Dr. Bolay took great interest in that shovel. Don't know why. Never used it. Just like to see it hanging there. Me, I use it to dig up roots.
I could dig you up some roots.
Right now I need mushrooms. I was hoping to get 'em picked tonight, but from the looks of all this potting I still have to do...
I'd be happy to pick them for you.
God,
Why,
pot
what a
knowledge.
generous offer. All right, then. I need 5 painted conchs. They're mushrooms that have got a short, fat stem and a large bell-shaped cap covered with big red dots. You might find 1 or 2 here in the garden, but you'll have better luck in the boggy part of the cemetery. You get me 5, no more, no less, and I'll let you borrow that shovel.
Deal.
You can put 'em in this bag.
That's the shroom bag.
How else may I be of service to you?
No, I just want to leave.
I'll see you later.
Just,
Thanks
I'm
for
just
coming
gonna
by.
get out of here. Nope, not allowed to take it
want
yet.
shovel.
Not until you get the shrooms.
No.
Nope, you need the
I want
shrooms first,
shovel.
Piph. You need the shrooms.
This has got to be a painted conch.
Love that little sound. We go over here in the sparkly area, and then we go over. You shove some
You
rocks.
shove that right there.
Shove that more rocks.
Shove that more right there.
Put that back. Just,
Nope, no, you need to go forward.
just go straight
Then,
through.
yeah.
Them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then we go here to the gargoyles.
We're just around here. Yep. Well, look at that.
Okay. We're gonna.
Oh, clicky, clickety, clickety.
So I think this is like a trial and error sort of puzzle. So you gotta know what you're doing. You can't just randomly start clicking on these things. You can't just like. You gotta know that one goes down, one goes up, and one goes forward, and one goes down. Of course, you have to then press the one that makes it go up, down, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Or else it won't look like this by the time you do that. And then you hit the fourth one, of course.
Okay, I'm back.
And then once you do all of that, you then look back at it, and it's in the pattern that you want it to be in. And it drops a thing on a floor.
There's a gargoyle.
You pick up... You missed Bone Shovel.
What the hell did we just pick up?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if you look at this, of course you would have just assumed the thing that fell down is actually just a key that slides directly in here. And of course there'd be an eyeball in there. It's common sense, Jello.
And now you gotta go through all of these.
Yeah, each one has, like, their own thing. This might be like a weird symbol that you might have to write down. No, it's just a keyhole. They're all exactly the same.
Has it been established why we want the eyeballs?
We just want them.
They're
so cool.
Look, they're so cool.
I love how Nancy's like, I don't know how to talk to someone who's grieving. Actually, yes, I do. I'm going to blackmail you. Give me your dead relative's eyeball.
That
Nancy,
he was
what?
wearing when he died, by the way.
Good
Ring,
thing we're at
ring.
this gate. Anyway, let's look back and grab this.
Ring, ring. What the shit? Hi, Nancy. It's Ned. How's my friend doing? I don't know. I blackmailed him. Nancy.
Nancy.
I just took a thing off the top. That's fine.
Do you think Nancy does this no matter where she goes, so Ned just, like, sends her on wild goose chases to distract her for a weekend so he can fucking get away from her? So why are we...
I would assume no, because sometimes they argue about it.
Sounds like they have a good relationship.
Remember that giant book of names? You had to read through all of them. Pretty much every time.
Oh, I read that as, she couldn't see without her peep.
She couldn't sleep without a peep, so when she died, we buried her deep. You take that. Nancy writes it down for you in the paper.
Where's that paper?
There it is. And then you have to take what that said, go back inside the house, go and look through the list of names of all the people buried in the graveyard, and you take whatever seems closest to, like, the pun names in there, the fake names.
What?
So, it sleeps deep and without a peep. When she dies, she
constant snoring.
Yeah, there you go.
I would
Make sure
literally never have figured that out. No, sorry, die, Piff.
It's snoring. Snoring.
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know it's okay.
No, it isn't.
So, Piff, I'm asking this question for chat's benefit. You are dyslexic, correct?
Yes.
So playing these games.
Oh, it was the worst. Alright, of course you then go from this giant maze thing right, and then right again. And once you're here, you go over, you grab this mushroom.
Gotta grab this mushroom.
And you notice that there's a crocodile here. Nancy screams. Anyway.
Nancy screams. Don't touch the log again or else Nancy gets eaten.
You will just get murdered.
Can you save and show us that death? I want to see what the helpful hint is.
Okay, we could do
Don't
this.
get eaten by a crocodile.
No, just fine.
Allie.
What?
Remember that time Nancy Drew was devoured? Oh, okay.
Please, don't feed the alligators.
So these Nancy Drew games later on were very nice that if they killed you, they didn't make you go back to a safe point. Other Nancy Drew games did do that. Alright, let's see.
Also, some of the times when Nancy dies, it's really disturbing.
Yeah.
Never early, never late.
Okay.
What do you think the pun name for this is?
Right on time, but I don't know. I can't reverse engineer a name from that.
Oh, you're
Man,
close.
there were a lot of names too. Fuck, there was like 150 names.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
It was the one with the skull.
Skull?
On the thing, yeah.
Skull. Well,
just in time, yeah.
Time.
That looks like the right name.
All right, now we got to go to Justin Time's grave.
Like
Who
I
else?
wouldn't even know that you were supposed to be doing this pun thing because I would never look back at that note again to see that it has a new magical passage written on it.
Make sure you note exactly where we're going. So it's down. What?
Take your own advice, Piph.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna message. Okay, it's not down. It's down, up, down, and of course, there's a little mushroom here.
There's a mushroom. A painted conch.
Do you need to do these pun names before finding each mushroom, or are you?
No, I'm
just
just doing them at the same time because it's actually faster.
Okay. You know, when you were like, "Oh God, I don't know if I have time to prepare Nancy Drew," I was like, "Piph, I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, this wouldn't be that much mental preparation." But like, I never said that out loud, but I'd still like to publicly eat my fucking word.
All dressed up with no place to go. Mannequin.
I feel like constant snoring is an exceptionally difficult pun compared to the others, which are like clearly not even names. Like Just in Time and Mannequin, those are like Ace Attorney names. Yeah.
Go right then left.
Why would they do it this way? Mannequin died in debt. I feel like I should try and take a hack at this. Died in debt. Mortgage. Owen Money.
Oh.
Almost.
That looks like the right name.
Owen Moore.
All right.
Money, money, gold.
Stand up. Oh, this one's a fucker. What would
A stand-up person.
a stand-up person?
Microphone. It's like a stand-up comedian uses a microphone.
How about kneel down?
What? Fuck that.
Stand up, kneel down.
Of course, like that's basically like the same thing, right?
Neil is lying down by now.
What? Okay.
Ah, let's see.
You know.
Why am I? No one's ever around when I'm funny. I should go tell that man I blackmailed my funny joke. Nancy Drew delivers every line with the exact same, like, level of investment. It's all that's left of these old bones. All that's left of these old bones. Can it please just be the word skeleton?
If only.
Myra... man. My remains? Oh, okay.
Bingo.
That one's kind of clever.
I love the chat. Decompose. Deceased.
Is Nancy related to Jody? They do kind of sound similar. Bloom too early. Bloom too late. Prune too early. Man, you really just gotta go all the fucking way through.
Yeah, you had to go all the way back, find the plot of the actual person, also find the name in that fucking book, and look through every single one and go like, is this the name that's kind of like this? No, move on to the next one. And it's just so many names. It's insane.
And you have to remember to type these into this thing, or else the flag doesn't trigger and Nancy won't go to, like, look for the grave.
Smells right to me.
Rose Winterspring. Not even really a pun, just...
No. I mean, like, I think you could have figured that one out, but it doesn't really fit the rest of them, no.
She would have given you the shirt off her back.
Naked. Polyester. Oh. That's not a name!
I think it's Givens.
Sorry, yeah, there's an S at the end. There we go.
Me a clue.
Shut up, Nancy.
Let's see.
Do you think these are real people he sought out and murdered to fill out?
No, these are fake people.
What a waste of money.
There's a lot of real people buried here, but these are fake people that we're going to. Same name as my dog at 10, moved from his grave and buried again.
Oh wait, I need to...
I hate this doctor. Can't he just, like... God, it's always another thing.
Anyway,
So
let's
now-
call Bess.
We need to call Bess.
Hey, Bess, what the heck? You'll never believe the shit I've been up to.
Hi, Bess. How you doing?
That is the worst puzzle in the entirety of Nancy Drew, is this fucking graveyard puzzle.
That's still kind of hard to say, but listen. Remember that old photo of a boy and his dog you said you saw in that box of stuff Henry sold to Lamont?
Yeah,
Did it look like it was maybe taken in the 1920s?
that's exactly what it looked like. Why?
Because I need to find out the name of Bruno Bolet's dog. And if that boy was Bruno, then that was probably his dog. Was there any writing on the picture?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it said Bruno.
That's all it said? Just Bruno?
No, it said Bruno but whatever came after and was hidden by the frame.
I really need to know the name of that dog.
Oh, no. No, you don't. No more snooping.
See, like, Bess is
Yes,
played by
just
an
go into
actor.
that box again and see if the dog's name is on that picture. That's all I want you to do.
How? I can't just go waltzing into Lamont's back room.
And he's for sure
Make him
as heck
sneeze
not gonna
again.
fall for that sneeze contraption again.
There must be some other way you can distract him. Please, Bess. I can't tell you how important this is. You gotta do this for me. Please?
Okay. We're not gonna have any fun here until you solve this mystery, and since you can't do that until I do this... Okay, I'll sneak into the back room and take
It
another
seems
look at
really
that.
hard
I
to
mean,
be
will
Nancy
if I don't
Drew's
screw up.
friend.
Think positive,
Yes.
Bess. You're gonna do
Yes.
You bet
In
I
all
am.
of the other games, you have to,
I'm not going
like,
call
to
you
gain
again
hints and
until I've
whatnot,
seen
you
that
usually phone
picture.
call people, and
Going
it's
in.
usually
You go,
goddamn
girl.
Bess. This is the first time she's just like, hey,
Bess
do
and
things
George.
for... Oh yeah, and George.
Bess is just like, oh my god.
Hey,
trying
Is
to
that
eat her
gumbo
boyfriend.
outside?
What do you think? Is it pretty authentic?
Outstanding.
Gumbo?
Just
Hot
monster
damn!
Whatever's in it gives my stomach instant fits.
You know, I still feel guilty about that sneezing thing, so how
What an
about I
incredibly
nice
suspicious
big
line
bowl
of
of
sentences to say
Just
that.
so happens I'm starving, so hey, you got a deal.
Great. I'll be right back.
Anyway.
I'm glad you need to click 3 times to get out that door.
Evening. What can I do for you?
Can I get a gumbo to go, please?
Dive in.
Do you think they just, like, couldn't fucking find a person to voice this old guy? So they were just like, listen, Bess's voice actress, can you give your best shot?
Yeah, I love gumbo.
That my gumbo?
There you go. Enjoy.
It looks like fishing bait.
You're gonna watch him eat.
Oh, you're gonna have to excuse me.
This poor fucking guy.
Yep, over there. Yep, yep. Yep.
Uh-oh. I better get out of here.
Wow, you're already done?
Yeah.
Grant? The dog's name was Grant?
That's what it said on the photo.
Kind of a weird name for a dog, huh?
Yeah, well, Bruno Bolet was kind of a weird guy. Hey, thanks a lot, Bess. You've been a huge help.
I'll tell you, being sneaky takes a lot out of me. I'm exhausted.
I still don't know when I'll get back there, so just kind of hang loose, okay?
Story of my life. Call me if you need me.
I will. Bye.
She says, hoping she desperately won't call. Who is Professor Hotkiss?
Hotchkiss is the name of the woman who wrote the Crystal Skull book that we read.
I need to talk to
Speed
Dr.
read.
Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it.
You need something from me?
Well, tell you what, it's against the rules to give you his phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite
that you,
gumbo
Scooter?
stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need
No.
to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm truly sorry
Nancy,
about your
Jesus
loss.
Christ.
I lost? What's going on?
Oh, what? Huh?
Friend of yours and Dr. Buford's.
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of
I'm
you.
very
right.
sad.
Thank you for the consoling. Anyway.
Anyway.
What's with all these weird, obtuse investigations-based games and their protagonists being robots?
Did you pick me those mushrooms yet?
Maybe.
Sure did.
Oh, sorry, were we doing
Bless your
that?
heart,
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah,
It's to
the
get the
shovel.
bone shovel, Jello.
Digging out of the swamp was a little hairy.
You skipped out on the bone shovel.
I forgot to warn you about Bernard, didn't I?
Oh yeah, no, she killed me once.
You mean the alligator that almost had me for dinner? Yeah, you did.
He's another one of Dr.
Well, I was
Bolet's
hoping he'd
pets.
murder
He'd
you.
pick that log to
Oh,
get Bernard's
no.
attention, then feed him marshmallows. Problem
Marshmallows?
is, that gator
Yeah.
leaps up and snaps every time someone so
Marshmallows.
much as touches that log. I should have said something, but I've gotten so used to Bernie, I just plain forgot. Anyway.
Cool.
This is important. Remember this for
I'll
later.
leave you to your potting.
Take care, hon.
Is there a chase sequence at the end where you have to like run by and step on the log so he attacks whoever's chasing you?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
I cannot confirm nor deny any factual facts.
I cannot begin to tell you all of my little secrets, darling.
Now I may just be a humble country lawyer trying to feed an alligator some marshmallows. All right,
Gotta get
that eye is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's some crazy looking eyes. Alright, let's see. Gotta go up, down,
Left, right, B, A,
Spin it all
start.
around.
And now for the bone shovel. You ready for bone shovel?
I guess I have to be.
You see how the bone shovel moves when we do.
Okay.
Of course, you just gotta know. It's...
Is this like a Minesweeper game where it tells you how many bombs you're next to or something?
No, it's a little weirder than that.
What are we digging up?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried. We're in a graveyard.
Don't worry your precious little head, darling.
We have to do this or else it won't work. The bone shovel will not respect us unless we solve its very, very weird puzzle. Because how many fingers that it's holding up is actually how many times you need to move, but then you will switch which way you need to move?
So you need to follow not only the hand on the shovel, you also need to look at the book that has a set of directions that you need to follow.
Wow! It all makes... Oh, its hand stopped. Are you there?
No.
Not quite.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't understand.
With
Why? Like, literally, if I was doing this puzzle, I would have no fucking idea. Okay.
Now we're here.
Here we are at Shallow Grave.
Let's get our
We got
shovel
a
next to our
bone to
egg.
pick.
Are we gonna bury the egg and make a century egg? No, okay. Hexagon. That's where I left my gumbo.
We broke it.
Why
But
do
that's
we-
okay. We meant to.
Oh.
All of that for one glass eye.
That's
Okay,
all
we can
we
leave
got?
We also got the bone arm.
that. We got the bone arm now. This is also important.
Oh, wait. What am I doing? I gotta call Bess.
You gotta go call Bess.
You'll never guess where I've been digging, Nancy. Nancy, we are supposed to be on vacation.
I follow the instructions of a cursed bone shovel.
What?
I found another glass eye, and I broke it. Not the glass eye, the cursed bone shovel.
The reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bolet's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
Proper English.
So, if I found the autopsy report that said there was no autopsy and I suspected murder, I would be most wary of the doctor. How? Literally, how do you subtly broach that subject with a stranger? What delicious gumbo. I wonder how they kill the shrimp. If you had to kill a shrimp, or say, I don't know, Bruno Bucciolati, then well, how would you go about it, my doctor companion?
Man. Well, I'm glad you asked. I put in a lot of thought.
To grace an old man with your lovely presence.
Lovely presents.
A lovely young lady as yourself.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
I am he.
Your answering service said I'd probably find you here.
This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
Gross!
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet.
Hi, you're disgusting. Did you murder Bruno Bollet? As a matter of fact, I did!
Well, now that a lovely visions as yourself was in front of me, why don't I just...
He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related...
Hey, fun fact about this voice actor. He also voiced the sheriff over at the Frost...
and Bruno
Cabin? Crap, what was that place called?
He was hard to get along
You remember the Snow Wolf?
While socializing with my fellow man,
The White Wolf of Ice Skull Creek.
That's the one. Ice Skull Creek, that's what it was.
has always been a source of
Why would you ever phrase this thought this way?
Pretty young
The
lady.
older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
Thanks for your time.
I've enjoyed our conversation immensely.
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Why don't you stand out in the rain and jiggle your bits for a little bit?
Well, at least it was straightforward that time, I guess.
Yeah, that's somehow less awkward, actually.
Good work. I'll take it from here. Thanks again.
Did we learn anything?
Yeah!
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I think we learned what the autopsy report said.
Oh, maybe I didn't do it.
Maybe I didn't learn anything. Hey, Bess!
Hey, Bess, can you... You could be
Imagine being Bess, and you've already been dragged out of your hotel room 3 times in the rain to talk to strangers. You walk...
Well, I'm glad you asked.
You walk back into the hotel room, sit down on the bed, go, finally, ring, hi, Bess!
You know, I feel like stretching my legs. Maybe I'll go and see if Dr. Buford has anything more to say.
Welcome back!
Looks like my gumbo has attracted another young lady.
I see you and your 2 friends have returned.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bollet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Did Dr. Bollet ever say anything to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
What'd the skull look like?
It was quite
skull?
beautiful, actually. Life-size, perfect in form and clarity, like a diamond almost. Tell me, Miss Betty.
Speaking of perfect in form, I see something else in front of me
Friend of
that...
mine, who is also a friend of Henry Bollet, you know, Dr. Bollet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this...
Oh yes, I'm well acquainted with all the
library about
great
legendary
nephews
crystal
and
skulls,
nieces
and
of
was
my
kind of intrigued and thought that
clients.
since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it would.
Just gonna ask.
Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I
Are you a pirate?
Are you a pirate?
Where was Dr. Bollet when he had his MI?
In the foyer of his house.
This is what I need to ask him.
This is, yeah.
In fact, I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out
Something
the room
about
so she could summon
voodoo.
an ambulance, and I could once
Something
again
about a
hear
dead
myself
body? I don't know.
The spirits possessed him.
I was distracted by the housekeeper's lovely
away from
form.
the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him, and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Was Dr. Boulay unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Oh, saying something about how his housekeeper murdered him. Quite odd, I thought, but we didn't mention it to the police.
Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes. Yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Do you know what happened to it?
I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived.
Do you
so
remember something
he
about
released the
paper?
letter when I moved him. Yet I do not recall seeing it on the
I wouldn't have made that connection.
Oh, but you will.
What's Icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in
Go
his
refill
home.
my pasta while
It
this
soon
scene.
developed-
He talks for
Now
a
Iggy is a fine
long
iguana.
time.
Did you see Iggy while you were tending to Bruno that day?
No, but then I rarely ever saw Iggy. Moreover, it would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
Oh, okay. Now I can leave.
Now we can run along. Bye.
Enjoyed our conversation immensely.
Nancy, I want out.
Nancy, please, I want out of this. I want out of this universe.
Let me leave, Nancy.
Let me leave, Nancy.
This good, delicious gumbo ain't worth it, Nancy.
Good work. I'll take it from here. Thanks again.
Bess,
Good
the
work,
building
Bess.
is sinking.
Now, we need to,
Bess, we hit an iceberg.
now we need to go find an Iggy.
Which is, of course, in here. If we just open up this,
Then we go up here. And we go in here, and then we go and find the vent.
So, where is the door you're opening to even get in here? Oh, okay.
Iggy.
Now we get
You want to take that again?
No.
Iggy, come here, Iggy. Got something for ya.
Iggy.
pear.
Iggy.
I've been carrying this pear next to the 50 eyeballs.
and now Iggy's here. Now we can dress him up. Just kind of put some glasses on him, get a little tie on him. It just looks adorable. I love it.
Piph, what are you doing?
What?
We gotta dress him up. Yeah, there.
Oh, look
Doesn't
at
he look
he's
beautiful?
gorgeous.
Is this a puzzle or is this for fun?
We need to dress him up a few times.
Why? What the hell is happening in this stupid game?
Now we have another
What?
Rudo eye. That's pretty cool.
What? I was joking!
Oh, we need to go back and get more fruit.
We got the Sharingan. Now, of course, we go over to this head. We pull it down again. Gotta get out of the womb now. It's very.
Why did what you did elicit an eye being retrieved?
Because he was dressed up as an eye doctor.
What? What?
Which is what Bruno taught him to do.
What?
Remember the bees? We gotta go back to bees.
By the way, if he gets stunned too many times, it's a game over.
Yeah, the bees can just kill you.
The bees
Just
can
like
kill
in
you.
real life.
Yeah.
Especially if you're glass.
I've died before. Oh wait, no, not that. I keep thinking that's on the second floor, and it's like, no, you have to go into this thing. And then
Glass sips honeyed mead, dies, second chance appears. Wasn't that good.
Man, it really sucks living in the Skyrim universe. All there is like alcohol to drink, and most of it has honey.
Iggy, oh Iggy.
Seriously, Lonnie Manella, can you not, like, give a more convincing read for calling an animal?
And now, of course, since we have Iggy with us, we gotta dress him up as a little pirate.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh yes, that middle pirate accessory.
It is the fluffy collar with a parrot on it. And now we have a treasure chest. Thanks, Iggy. Now that we've looked at that one piece of information over there, we just,
Now, we leave that alone. We still need to get the other
Best,
thing
you'll
at some
never
point.
believe what I found.
We still need to,
Don't
like...
call back.
No, we're calling up Bess.
No, leave Bess alone.
Hey, Bess!
Bess?
I need you to do something for me.
She's getting pissed off.
I need you to infiltrate the meeting of the Jolly Rogers crew that's about to be held
What?
in Dumaine.
What's the problem?
Right near Zeke's. You're gonna have to look around for it.
It's going to
Now, to
teleport.
get into the meeting, you'll need to put on that
I'm
skeleton
going to leave
man
this
costume you
plane
saw
of
in the back
existence.
room. And once you're in the meeting, you'll need to listen for the name that opens the meeting so you can tell me what it is, okay?
I know you don't like to do stuff like this, but this is really, really, really important, and it'll be the last
It's
thing
not
I
though.
ever
As
do.
far as we understand, there's no stakes. So does anything happen if you say no?
Unequivocally, irrefutably, incontrovertibly, no. Which of course actually means yes, because if I don't do this, I'll be stuck here by myself until you give up. And since we both know you will never give up, I don't suppose it would do any good to point out that the curio shop is closed.
You'll find a way in. Oh, and if
What the
anyone
hell?
the password is scuttle.
Nancy Drew believes in her friends. What a great friend Nancy Drew is. Leaps off of the balcony. That seems fine. Yep. Just gotta look at this thing, look in her bag.
Hello.
The one thing that's in Bess's inventory?
What?
And of course, so you know how fingerprints work. The deeper the fingerprint, the more distinct it is. It means that was what was pressed first.
We need 5. There we go.
I just wanted to explain this to Jello so he understands what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And now
At least
we've
that
gone
is
over
the
to
puzzle
the
I can
box.
almost understand.
And then we take the suit, because we gotta infiltrate the place. We gotta get a suit. Now we got it. We got one.
Now we have it. Now we're wearing it.
This is just a crime.
What? No.
No.
Oh, all right.
This is
We're a
New
Jolly
Orleans.
Roger now. Our life is a crime. Emergency
Alarm
exit.
will
Alarm will sound.
It's fine.
What's the password?
Right. Let's see. Scuttled bones.
No. So I don't see these costumes and think pirate.
Start.
Feet?
You get out of here, Jello.
Okay.
Welcome, my fellow Jolly
Yeah.
Rogers. We have several pressing matters to discuss this evening, so let us begin.
So if you ask the doctor if he's a member of the Jolly Rogers, do you just get like decked or something?
You may not have
No.
heard.
No.
Some city officials are attempting to deny us the right not only to gather in public places during the Mardi Gras season, but they have also seen fit to...
Shoot, I forgot to turn off my cell phone.
What do you do?
They're very strict on the cell phone rule.
Invited guest. Get him!
Why is she hiding? She got it. She got in legitimately.
Making a big mistake.
Yeah, no, her cell phone went off. That's a big
They
no-no
really,
for pirates.
they really hate cell phones.
It's true.
Oh, that's supposed to be a laugh. I thought it was like a dog.
What, did you not also hear that one man growl?
Is of the female variety. Let's have a
Oh
look.
god, I don't like this anymore.
That's right. You know me and I know you, Dr. Buford. And I also know that you were the one who attacked my friend over at the Bolay Mansion today. And if you don't tell me why...
Attacked is really strong.
I promise you, you are gonna be in one big world of hurt.
He did throw dust at her.
The young lady's clearly upset about something. Clarence, take over the meeting while I try to find out why she's making all these crazy accusations.
They're not crazy and you know it!
Nothing about these costumes is pirates.
Everything, Miss Marvin, in private.
Okay.
And he did. He told me everything, Nancy. I bluffed him
What?
into confessing. You would have been so proud of me. Oh, and before I forget, the name they chanted at the start of the meeting was Jean Lafitte.
Jean Lafitte. Great. Now, what did Dr. Buford tell you?
Okay. First off, he said that with his dying breath, Bruno Bolet directed him to steal the painting of Henry's parents and lock it up in Henry's parents' crypt. Bruno seemed to think that way, Henry would wind up with the crystal skull instead of somebody else.
So Dr. Buford dressed up in his skeleton man costume, stole the canvas, and hid it in the crypt like Bruno asked.
That must have been when Renee saw Mr. Death.
But then, Dr. Buford had second thoughts and decided to heck with Henry. He wanted that crystal skull for himself. So this afternoon, he dressed up in his skeleton man costume again and snuck into Henry's house so he could get the
You know,
key
show
from
don't tell.
that mini cemetery and retrieve the painting he'd left in that crypt, knowing the painting would somehow lead him to the skull.
Only I walked in on him and ruined everything.
Right. And now that we're onto him, he says he no longer wants the skull. He's embarrassed that he allowed his superstitious side to get the best of him, and says whoever finds the skull is welcome to it. At least that's what Dr.
That
Buford
went.
said. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I told him you were looking for the skull.
That's all right.
Actually, I told him you were on the verge of finding it.
Why would you tell him that?
I don't know, I got carried away. So if he
I don't know, maybe I'm
loves
sick of you sending me out on errands and I want you to die.
after you. He left right after we talked, and I don't think he went back into that meeting. What if he's on his way over there?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Why don't you just...
Huge clap of thunder.
Whoa, that bolt of lightning was huge. Anyway, why don't you just go relax and I'll be back at the hotel before you know it, okay? Bess? Hello? Bess, you there? Nope, she sure isn't.
No, she just hung up because she was really sick of Nancy.
Me too.
Now, since we've just gotten that damn password, let me just plug it in.
Okay.
Of course, it's this.
Alright, this one makes a little more sense.
Oops.
Piph, your family.
I'm sorry.
Piph, your family.
I'm sorry.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please. Oh, Nancy. Just go. Alright, we got another eye.
There's 23 eyes.
We need 25.
Oh.
Oops.
Okay.
Oops. Do we miss a few? Piph.
Piph, how could you not get all 25 eyeballs? Hidden throughout the mansion.
Oh, you need
we
the
didn't
one
get the
from
spider.
the spider.
Yeah, okay. But that's still 24. What is the other one?
It's your own eyeball, Nancy Drew.
Hold on. Shh. Hold on. Type it in. Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna get pasta one last time.
Now for my third glass of pasta. Let's see. If it was around the spider... No. Alright.
We had that bit with the, yeah. Got the one from Henry, got the one from the librarian, there's the teeth one. Oh, Oh, I know which one we're missing. I found it.
Yeah.
Go back to the model of the cemetery. You're looking for, the crypt that's kind of on the, right of the model. There's like a little crypt. Oh, up the tree. It's like inside the little crypt.
Inside a crypt.
Yeah,
Over
go
here?
down a little bit.
There's the crypts. This crypt?
There it
I
is,
see
right
we found
there.
an eyeball.
It's in
We found
here,
an
of
eyeball.
course. It was in the model crypt. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we found them all now.
Oh, jeez.
40 Winks crypt. Does that mean there's 15 more eyeballs we need to find?
No. How
Like-
could you, Jello? Leave the Nancying to the professional Nancys.
You can keep it.
Thank you very much. I worked very hard to get this.
Now, remember that particular puzzle that had, like, up, down, left, north, south, west, or stuff?
You know I don't, but go on.
It's in the book!
Was in the book.
Of course. Now, you just...
What?
Just gotta have it... you just gotta solve that puzzle. And get them all in the right position. Of course. Hopefully this is the right one.
So if I'm a greedy man trying to steal a skull,
Okay.
then if I learn it's in this box that requires these eyeballs hidden daintily throughout your insane graveyard mansion, I am just going to get like a hydraulic press and destroy the box.
Oh, by the way, the crystal skull is not behind this.
Nope. What's behind this? An egg?
No.
Is it Bess?
There'd be a Bess egg behind this. That'd be silly. Of course, there's a giant eye.
There's a giant eye.
It's the lens of truth.
Of course, you gotta look at this thing. It's a nice piece of paper.
Okay, you give it to the skeleton hand and then stick that on the fire poker, and
We're at the end game, by the way.
I would fucking hope so.
There was a lot we skipped, also.
There's a lot that we skipped.
That's fine.
So who do you think is the culprit?
What do you mean? It's the doctor, right?
Who do you think is the culprit?
I mean, honestly, the groundskeeper seems the craziest to me.
Gotta get this hand here.
Okay.
Put that there. And I'll slowly look up.
And the cursed arm will then want to retrieve the eye. And, you know, like, this is a pretty good contraption. But what if it only worked if a lightning bolt happened?
So are the Nancy Drew books like this?
I don't know, man.
Is this Chozo statue gonna give you the screw attack?
No. In a sense,
I
we will get screwed.
I have nothing to say about any of this.
There it is.
Okay.
Got it.
It's the crystal skull.
Oh no!
Nancy? That
It
you
was
there?
her.
Goodness sakes, gal, what on earth have you gone and done?
The lid's closing and I don't know how to stop it.
Here, I'll
That's
help you
too
out.
bad,
Toss
Nick.
what you're holding up here, then give me your hands. Come on, you best hurry.
Here it comes.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Nancy.
Uh-huh.
Renee, a little help, please?
The crystal skull. After all that scheming, how do I finally get it? Why, this nice little Yankee gal just hands it to me.
Renee, help me! Hurry, please!
Thank you, Nancy. Bye now.
Why would
No, you've got to help me! Renee!
Yeah.
Renee!
Oh well, the end.
Renesmee.
Renee.
Hello, Bess.
Bess.
I'm stuck, Bess.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Whatever do you mean?
Is it like a matching game?
Yep.
Yes.
Now, in case you ever get caught underneath my insane dentist eyeball optometrist graveyard trap, we play this matching game. Acorn.
Now, this is actually random every time, so there's not like a specific way of doing this.
There's no pattern.
Yeah.
The lightning bolts are pretty close together. They're the second and fourth on the middle. Yeah, you got it.
Sorry, it's very hard to see any of this.
How is there lightning? How is there lightning if she's locked underground?
It's ground lightning. That's what they say when you gotta ground the lightning rod.
By the way, I hope you remember how to get to a specific place in the graveyard.
Yeah, I guess.
Gotta look and see that there's footprints. Sound of boat engine.
Oh, you gotta use the alligator.
She's getting away.
Hold it right there. That skull isn't yours.
You
Okay,
stop
enough of
right
the
there.
fact You just tried to bury me alive.
The skull is mine. It wants to be mine. Yes, I did my share of scheming to get it. I got Dr. Bolay to go to the authenticators, then switched the letter they wrote saying it was real with one I wrote saying it was fake, in hopes that Dr. Bolay would just hand it over to me. Yes, my plan failed, and yet, here we are.
That's all the scheming you did?
Why? Because it knows that I will fulfill its destiny.
Bruno Bolay wanted Henry to have it. That's why he had Gilbert Buford steal that painting and hide it in Henry's parents' crypt. Because he hoped that way Henry would eventually find it.
Henry is a fool. If he ever got his hands on this, he would just turn around and give it to that trashy girlfriend of his. Dr. Bolay, he just wanted it because he was terrified of dying. Gilbert Buford, too. And that Lamont fella, he just wants to sell it to the highest bidder.
Nancy, you're gonna just let this happen, Nancy?
I am going to
Hello.
so it can rendezvous with all those other souls. I'm going to be right there when they start conversing, and all the mysteries of the universe are forever solved. Ah!
Ooh.
No, come back!
Nancy Drew's done it again.
Renee burst into tears and sobbed as Bernie swam.
The end!
It made me feel sorry for her for about 2 seconds. After all, while she may not have meant to cause Bruno's death, she certainly meant to cause mine when she left me sealed up in that crypt.
Oops.
It felt good to turn her over to the police. Later that night, Dr. Buford came over and apologized for knocking me out with that smoke bomb, and for allowing himself to think, even for a moment, that Bruno's crystal skull was anything more than a pretty piece of quartz. To make up for his shameful behavior,
He asked me out on a date.
taking Bess and me on a grand tour of New Orleans. Seeing the city through the
Look at that
eyes of someone
trustworthy
who
face.
loves it as much as Dr. Buford was
Native.
truly
Look
special.
at those beautiful
He invited Henry too,
eyes.
but Henry declined. He was still trying to process the fact that his great-uncle wanted him to have the skull. Henry always thought that to Bruno he was nothing more than an annoying family obligation. Someone Bruno couldn't care less
I like how
about.
he skipped Henry
Bruno's
being a
request to
character
tell
in this
Henry
game.
with his dying breath proved that he did care about Henry. Apparently, and unfortunately for Henry, Bruno was the type of man who just couldn't bring himself to say such things out loud. As for Lamont, when he heard what happened, he closed his shop, bought enough marshmallows to fill a swamp boat, and has been scouring the bayous ever since, kicking every log he comes to in hopes of finding Bernie and the crystal skull inside him. But Bernie has yet to turn up. Maybe the skull didn't agree with him. Maybe swallowing it caused him to stop associating the sound of a kicked log with yummy sweet things. In any case, the Whisperer has disappeared, lost to the world once again.
Yeah, that was the name of the skull anyway.
Totally fine
Yeah.
by me.
The end.
Oh,
What is
Trinity
Bernie's
has-
favorite food?
Hot dog. Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Oh, the
Gosh.
Meta Awards. All right, what do we get?
Remember those stars?
Dummy dearest for spending way too much time with that creepy I think Basket Case is the appropriate award for finding all 3 Easter eggs in a game this obtuse.
Remember that rolling puzzle thingy? You actually had to switch them all to chicken, hear the sound, switch them all to the eye, and then the egg will come out.
Awful.
The other egg was something I was trying to do earlier, but I seem to have fucked up somewhere. With the voodoo box. Which
Yeah, with the box.
I think the only way of actually getting that egg, or at least knowing how to unlock that specific egg, was through, like, an old website that doesn't exist anymore.
Wow. Well, that game seemed really bad.
Kept his dream come true. The Italian police called me personally and requested
are.
that I travel to Italy and help them stake out a suspected thief in Venice. Unfortunately, what started out as a simple assignment in a
Venice.
city filled with canals, gondolas, and romance quickly morphed into a full-fledged undercover operation, and I soon found myself trapped in a maze of lies, disguises, and danger. Help me find my way out by joining me in my next adventure, Phantom of Venice.
There it is.
Nancy Drew, episode 1, The Phantom Venice. Thanks. Okay, so that was goddamn misery. Chad is asking, are we gonna play another one?
You know, I don't think we have enough time for another one. I do know that we do have enough time for something else, if you would allow me to go off script.
Is it a certain man?
No, we don't have time for that.
Okay.
We'll
Sure,
we'll
we
play
can
a
go off
real
script.
detective game.